In 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hey there, this is Good for Telepathic Binding Comics. Welcome to Cryptids and Conspiracies. Let me introduce our favorite cryptid. Anyway, you know him better as Wiki Fever.
Sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much.
And next guy live from Scottish, and if it isn't Scottish,
If it's not Scottish, it's crap!
Hello, everyone.
all right, welcome to the show, Cruel.
Hey, Cruel.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us. Good to
And
be here again.
the next guy in the last second, as always, fashionably late, I think you would say, is this guy.
Abby someone. Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
Hello.
I am just a patsy.
Abby, yes. Abby, just a patsy.
That's a patsy. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I had a few people stop by earlier. Let me see. This guy, Matt Kavanaugh. I'm not sure. He might be from over Rumble. Nope, he's a YouTuber. He must be on your channel. Let's discuss the video of Charles hissing at his servant. I couldn't find it. That's why I asked for a link, but I couldn't find it.
Is that King Charles?
It'd have to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that guy's always been a little slithery. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Lizard people shot Trump. Seriously, we need a live reaction to this historic moment. Well,
Yeah, well, we were just speaking about that before we came on.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm not really. I'm a little flat-footed on that. He seems to be like he's okay and pissed off. So yeah,
That'll do it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're trying to, at the very least, they're trying to scare him away from having any more, rallies, because the rallies, have been massive.
What's the over-under the left saying it was staged by Trump to get?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I'm not going to take that bet. I'm not going to take that bet.
I'm not going to
No,
take that. No.
I guarantee they had that narrative before the actual shot was taken.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
They're way too coordinated on this shit. Be interesting to see be interesting to see how they framed it right after it happened. And you'll probably see some.
Right.
Reddit has already claimed that. Of course, Reddit has already.
Well, there you go.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway.
Yes.
Reddit.
Well, you know what our theory is?
Shit it.
Lizard people did it. So there you go.
Yeah. Lizard people
Yeah, they
did
did.
it.
It's all
All
their
right.
fault.
So here is like here's a clip that kind of like sums it up.
I love that show.
What is that from? I'm not familiar.
Inside
Inside Job.
Inside Job. Yeah,
All
it's
right,
on
that sounds
Netflix. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. It's like the whole premise is if every like rule or every rumor, every conspiracy theory is true.
Right.
Like every single one of the conspiracy theories.
And there's an agency running it all.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Of course there is.
Yeah, well, Frost, I'm sorry, man. I'm a little flat-footed with that. We're not really kind of a breaking news thing. So,
No.
you know,
Hello. From the beach.
Whole lot from the beach, B-Dog.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah, brag.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
text.
brag about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brag about it. Of course, it's the beach in California, right? So,
Yes.
Oh no.
So,
Well, they're still nice. They're still nice.
no, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it for understanding.
They're nice. Most of the people,
Yeah.
Yep. Just wanted to get everybody's gut reaction. It's crazy news. Well,
Oh, it's no doubt.
my
crazy,
gut reaction is
absolutely.
Tucker Carlson's been saying this for months that the way the rhetoric that the press was spitting out was so it was deliberately aimed to make a mentally ill people think that Trump is Satan.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
and it was just a matter of time before somebody took a shot at him. Just from the way the press is framing every single thing to be like this, he represents the existential threat.
Yeah.
And
Newsmax is reporting that eight shots were fired.
Whoa.
8 shots were fired. Wow.
Who else got hit? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 bullets just don't evaporate in the air.
No.
They
No.
hit one target.
No. Well, our thoughts, our prayers are with our communist country that's still a beach. Right.
Yeah.
Well, our thoughts and prayers are with the Trump family, and I got to say this: my gut reaction is, if you come for the king, you best come correct, and you best not miss, and because he's aware of it now, they're going to be way more protective of him. He's going to take a lot more precautions, and he's going to be a lot more pissed off about the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know,
This was just an inevitability. The complete mental meltdown of the left in this country has basically birthed this type of an event. It was only inevitable. It was, and
well, I mean, they were literally saying it.
retribution needs to be paid.
They were
I hope the
literally
crowd-
saying it.
I hope the crowd found that guy before the cops do, or whoever did it, and turned him into complete confetti.
Well, before the DOJ
We need
gets him,
some frontier justice.
because the
Screw
DOJ
this
gets him, there's
bullshit.
no way we'll know anything. Well,
So
there's no way we'll know
this is kind of funny that it happened in Pennsylvania, which is Biden's home state.
Yeah, Pennsylvania
really?
which is having
Really? Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. I thought it was Delaware.
I thought
Well-
I think they're in Pennsylvania.
Well,
Yeah,
let me
they are
let me
Pennsylvania.
clarify.
They are.
Wiki didn't say that first. Tucker Carlson said it first. Wiki just just reiterated it, reheated it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I
There you go.
reheated it in the microwave.
I'm sorry. I'm not giving that man any credit for anything. Okay. All right.
Yes, thank you very little.
All right. Well. Anyway. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about are there lizard people? I mean, do they exist? Okay. This has been like
Nancy Pelosi.
okay. Okay. Well, I guess I got to. I guess I gotta hit something right quick.
No,
Podesta.
no,
Yeah.
Podesta. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I
Hillary.
think we can go now. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shit.
All right. Well, that's a wrap. Anyway,
There we go.
No,
We're done.
yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
can't argue with
Bunny,
that.
Bu-
You can't argue
Bunny,
with that.
that that theory of mine I was telling you about before we came on, forget it. No, forget it.
Don't forget
The Pelosi thing just
Forget
it just scoots it
Okay.
away.
All right, okay.
Go away.
Due to Abby not being able to commit to anything, we decided to add a new category. So we got this category now.
Yes, I'm very non-committal.
Yes. Very.
Yeah, we needed that one because Abby's like, oh, well, it could be this, it could be that. And it's
Well,
like,
anyway.
You know,
I don't know.
it's not a true
okay.
conspiracy. You don't live in the gray. You can't call it a true conspiracy.
Yes. There you go.
Which is why this show is here to make it, make a decision one way or another. But anyway, Pelosi. Oh, okay. I think that's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'll allow it.
She
Anyway,
functions
so,
with
yeah,
a,
it's
with
a
a,
little hard
with a 0.2 alcohol level in her blood. That's how she functions.
Oh, you mean Grandma Vodka?
Oh, geez. Yeah, she's completely. Yeah.
And so it begins. And
Could it be
so
parkours?
begins.
It was
Yeah.
parkours that went after Trump. That's what it was.
Did you see that?
I knew it was
Did
gonna
you see
happen.
that thing? Did you see that thing with Maxine Waters trying to fix her freaking wig? There you go.
Oh,
There's another one.
There
There's
was
another
some-
one.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah.
Live on air.
Oh, live on air. And then some guy did oh, geez.
There's another one.
I got to play
Wait,
this
wait.
right quick.
Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, my God. Hey. So, are we going to get to the lizard people or not?
Evidently not.
Lizard people.
Hey,
Show's
so,
over.
okay. In my studies, refreshing my recollections of the
Cliff
lizard
notes
people.
aren't studies.
Yes. I
Well-
took it upon myself to look at cryptid lizard humanoids, so sightings and things like that. And so,
Well, I've got a clip for talking about origins. If you want me to play that.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So this is the top 10 reasons why you should believe in reptilians. So.
Okay.
All right. So this is the beginning. This is the origin.
Number 10. Origins. There are two schools of thought on where the reptilians came from. Some believe they evolved here on Earth, left Earth, and then mastered intergalactic travel and then returned millions of years later. Others believe their home planet is in the Draco constellations. Supposedly, they came to Earth thousands of years ago and shared the Earth with people. Then they either decided or were forced to go undercover and hid themselves from our reality. They also started to interbreed with humans by altering our DNA similar to the way that people alter computer code. The altering of our DNA had a twofold effect. They altered our DNA so we don't use our brain to its full capacity, putting a limit on our consciousness and making us easier to control. As evidence, some people point to the fact that we have reptile genes within our brain. In fact, the reptilian brain is the oldest of the three parts that control our brain. The second is that people with reptile DNA in them can be possessed by reptilians who live outside our realm of awareness in the lower fourth dimension. These human-reptile hybrids, considered demigods, were able to gain power in the ancient civilizations of Sumer, Babylon, and Mesopotamia. As humankind started to colonize the rest of the planet, the reptiles spread across the earth and became the royal families throughout the world. By having power in every single country, the reptilians have created a global prison that people don't even realize they're in. The prison was created by drawing country lines, which leads to endless wars and conflicts. Another way they control humans is by distracting us with media, entertainment, and even politics. They've also made the population stupid and lazy by poisoning their food, the air, and even the water. So, just to sum it up, because it's a lot of very unusual information to take in, essentially the lizard people altered our brains to limit their ability. They installed most, if not all, world leaders throughout history. Those leaders in turn contributed to all major historical events. Finally, for thousands of years, they've been poisoning humans. And all of this was done to ensure that they control humankind. So, right off the bat, the answer is yes. In this video, we're taking a drive to Crazy Town. Enjoy the ride.
Slee stack.
Obviously a little left wing. Obviously they're a little left wing.
The slee stack.
Yeah.
The poor slee stack. What the hell?
Oh, well, wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on, the queen is a reptile? Yeah, possible. That's possible.
That's what
What?
David Ike says. Or Ick, or whatever
Well,
his name is.
actually,
Yeah.
I had an expert. I asked the expert about slee stacks, and this is what came back.
Ah!
Psychically, I'm very well endowed.
Yeah.
All right, quick Doctor Who question.
And then-
How close were the slee stacks to the Silurians?
Who gives a shit?
Doesn't get old.
You set that question up well for him, Bunny.
He's not gonna.
I
like
didn't
that.
set it up. I was legitimately asking him a question, but he was not in the mood that day, man.
Yeah, Doctor Who is dead.
Well, RTD had just
Most
killed it once and for all with the first episode, and so he wasn't in the mood when he came on, and I should not have asked that question.
That was the best. That was the best clip.
Who gives a shit? You know,
Who gives a
perfect.
shit? Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
Love it.
We love you, Gobby. We love you, Gobby.
Yeah.
We should have had him on tonight.
He's probably sleeping.
He's probably busy too.
Yeah, he's doing stuff.
right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the two prevailing.
Hey. Thank Ferret. Hello.
Hey,
Whoop.
Ferret.
Go ahead and bring it up. I can't do comments and everything else, so please by all means bring it up. Wookie.
Yeah, earn your keep, Wookie.
You're
There you go.
co-host.
Hey, ahoy, all you
Yeah. Oh, sagacious scallywags. Yeah.
scalawags! Yay!
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway,
You're welcome.
if you can keep an eye on that, it'd be appreciated. I'm a little busy here running your show. All right. So.
Yes.
All right.
Can't miss in conspiracies.
Yes. Hey, man. Wow, man.
Yeah, I'm getting
Like,
like
kind of smoky
flashback
in here, man.
All right. Anyway.
What, man?
You should just name it. You should just name it Park Horse, fake or real.
Boom.
All right. Do I need to point at the sign? I need to point at the sign, don't I?
Don't point at
All
the
right.
sign.
Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, shit.
All right.
Damn reptilians.
Damn Park Horse.
Okay, so that's the origin of it. But they also have a hierarchy. So let's play that right quick.
Number 9. The Reptilian Hierarchy. According to David Icke, the writer who popularized the idea of a reptilian conspiracy theory, there is a hierarchy when it comes to reptilians. Notably, there are two classes of reptilian, full-bloods and crossbreeds. Full-bloods are aware that they are reptilians and can change forms between their human exterior and their true reptilian skin. Also, the full reptiles are not wearing an actual physical disguise. Instead, their human shell is created through vibrations that alter the human mind, so your brain just thinks it sees a human. It's similar to how the aliens disguise themselves in John Carpenter's cult classic They Live. This explains why reptilians are 5 to 12 feet tall but wear a human-sized disguise. They don't actually shrink in size, our brains just register them as normal human size because changing physical size is considered impossible. On the other hand, hybrids or crossbreeds are not aware that they are reptilian and believe they are human, but are controlled from the lower fourth dimension to push forward the agenda, also known as the New World Order. Among those two different types, there are different races. At the top of the pecking order are the Dracos, which are winged albino reptiles. Below them is a race called the Reptoids, who do not have wings and have brown and green skin. The Reptoids are soldiers and scientists and are responsible for secret government programs and bases, such as the Montauk Project, which was an alleged group of tests done by the United States Army where they tried to develop fringe technologies like time travel.
So where does the Geico Gecko rate?
I'm not sure. Montauk. So Montauk's come back up. I guess we're gonna have to put that on the list. That's two different things that have
I think
mentioned
it's
Montauk.
actually already on the list.
Okay. Well, maybe we should.
It's on the list.
We'll cover that one. But anyway, so in other words, that there's like gradations, different types of reptilians. So it's not just like one race; it's like multiple races. But it's basically Hollywood producers are high on the hierarchy. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Definitely.
I'm sure they are.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at that Weinstein guy. You know,
Oh.
something subhuman about that guy. Anyway,
poor old Harvey.
Oh,
Well-
the horror.
It's a horror.
evidently, if you serve up women to him, but you're a lesbian, you get work. So, Gecko is a pygmy reptilian. Oh, okay. Well, that
There we
explains
go.
it. Anyway, but there are ways to spot them. So, you ready for this?
Oh,
Okay.
go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Number 8. How to spot one. Some general characteristics of the reptilians in disguise and people with reptilian DNA is that they are usually Caucasian and have piercing eyes that are green, hazel, and sometimes blue, but they can also change color. They also have low blood pressure and unexplained scars. Since they hide from humans, it may be impossible to see them, but one thing you should look for is how they act. Often reptilians and crossbreeds lack empathy, don't express love easily, are incredibly smart, and have a love for space and science. Supposedly, if you watch television in slow motion, you can get glimpses of the reptilian's true identity. Sometimes the image can be distorted and skin looks green or scaly. Teeth become distorted, and their eyes look like those of reptiles. There are plenty of videos on YouTube of people who claim they have footage of reptilians shapeshifting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I love the description where he was reading out those descriptions, and the certain guy was on the screen, you know, and it was like literally describing him. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, they're Caucasians, so we're screwed.
yeah. I guess this could be yet another thing the CRT people are like claiming. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Just an update here on the Trump situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Newsmax is reporting shooter is dead after gunfire erupts at Trump rally.
Good.
Yeah, they probably suicided him pretty quick, you know. So so you can like investigate him.
Possibly, yeah.
I guarantee you somebody that got quote unquote radicalized suddenly showed up with weaponry that's far beyond his kin and just so happened to that seems to be the pattern. They get radicalized on the net.
Took him off his meds and
Well, yeah, somebody who's unemployed and lived with his mom or something and couldn't afford anything, but all of a sudden got his hands on a $3,000 freaking AR-15 or something.
Inexplicably, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
He just found it. He just found it one day, and then it was, yeah.
But I guarantee you, I'm going to call this now. I guarantee you, the person's going to have a background where a trans background.
Huh?
I'm going to make that guarantee now.
Background?
I wonder.
A trans background or some.
Oh yeah, it's got to be one of those mentally deficient.
I mean, every massive shooter, every major shooting incident that's happened in the last 3 years have been for somebody who had a trans
somebody
background.
who identifies as a freaking reptile. I don't know.
I've noticed that.
So now they've changed the headline. It says shooter dead, 1 killed after gunfire at Trump rally.
Oh,
I see. Okay.
All right. Well, still don't know who that is. Hope it's not somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I'm going to have to do this myself. Let me look over here.
What?
Let me see.
What the hell is your problem?
Okay.
Are you going full reptile on us, Bunny? What the hell?
Yeah, I go pretty. I go reptile. You know.
Go full reptile.
A rabbit lizard. That'd be fun.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Lepus. Anyway. So there are suspected reptiles. You guys ready for this? Yeah.
I'm sitting down. Well,
here we go.
Number 7, suspected reptilian. There are a number of famous people who are suspected of being reptilian. This includes such notable families as the Rockefellers in the United States, the Rothschild family from Germany, and the British House of Windsor. It's also believed that many of the presidents of the United States are reptilian, including Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, who is apparently higher than Bill in the reptilian hierarchy, Barack Obama, and both Presidents Bush. In fact, the Bushes are an integral part of the conspiracy because of how many famous people are related to them. According to Ancestry.com, George W. Bush and Obama are 11th cousins, and Dick Cheney is his 9th cousin once removed. The blood relatives directly related to the Bushes include Abraham Lincoln, Marilyn Monroe, Pocahontas, Hugh Hefner, John Kerry, Vlad the Impaler, and Princess Diana. That means that possibly all of those people are reptilian as well. Not only have the reptilians infiltrated banking, government, and the world's royalty, but they are also some well-known and beloved entertainers like Bob Hope, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie. Needless to say, with so many possible reptilian people among us, it makes it hard to trust anyone. You could even be a reptilian and not even know about it.
Just release a rat in the area near them people and see what they do.
This isn't V.
Yes, right.
Speaking of which,
V, what a great movie! What a great television show! What a great series!
Well, here we go.
What was that?
Tyler, do you feel that? Tyler! Tyler!
Mom?
Stay where you are. I'm coming for you.
My God.
Since their arrival, there's been no contact with any of the 29 ships now hovering over the major cities of the world. Sergeant, I'm FBI. I'm looking for my son.
Everybody is looking for their
son.
Mom!
Don't be frightened. We mean no harm. Calling themselves the visitors.
Dude, that is so cool. The world's in bad shape, Father. Who wouldn't welcome a savior right now?
They healed me, and I got no pain.
It's amazing.
It's been 3 weeks since the visitors' arrival, yet thousands are still flocking to see the motherships in person.
Welcome to the New York mothership. My name is Lisa.
We're all so quick to jump on the bandwagon, but before we get on, let us at least examine it.
They've been printing fake docs, passports, IDs. They cleared out like they knew we were coming.
Ryan, please.
Look, I told you I'm not that guy anymore, okay? Stop calling me.
We need your help.
I want him.
Anna would like you to do the interview.
But that's the danger. Gratitude can morph into worship.
They say that you two are obsessed with the V's.
You know what, the V's? They call it spreading hope.
Do you have any questions before we go to air?
Just be sure not to ask anything that would paint us in a negative light.
Excuse me?
I know the real reason you're here, Father, and I am not the only one.
We're honored and privileged to be able to assist mankind with our knowledge and technology.
They've been implementing a plan that will result in the extermination of every man, woman, and child.
If you could speak to the protesters, what would you say?
That embracing change is never easy, but the reward for doing so can be far greater than anything you can imagine.
They gain trust with the promise of friendship. And of course, all they're really doing is positioning themselves as the saviors of mankind.
They're arming themselves with the most powerful weapon out there.
What's that?
Devotion.
What do we do now?
We'll fight.
I like the original better.
Yeah, the original was better.
Original was better.
Yeah, but it didn't have Marana Bakarin though.
True.
So.
There was still some lookers in the other one.
Yeah.
A lot of lookers.
Well, it's a little bit more dated. I just went with that one because that one's less likely to get me struck. Okay, I'm doing the best I can here. I'm working with freaking YouTube. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't
Anyway,
seen the new one, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the old one's probably still better. I mean, it has Robert Englund in it, so I would go with that one. Ferret thrown into the particle accelerator bit by radioactive tank. I said probably Earth from reptilians. Okay. All right, good to know. Good to know. Nope, I'm a red rum noodle. Okay.
Oh yes, the Cargo Cult remake of V.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, but
still looks like
I still is. Yeah. 15. Yeah. He's talking about a wolf, whatever his name is.
Woof.
The kid's he's like in his 50s, but he looks like he's still 20 something. Yeah. Tricky. Anyway, so hey, he might be a reptilian. I mean, Tom Cruise definitely is probably reptilian. You know, the way that guy ages, and dog,
Yeah,
a little slower.
He's drinking the Scientology super juice.
I guess so. Well, anyway. Well, but yeah, that's interesting. Interesting thing that she said that they're arming themselves with the most powerful weapon on earth, devotion.
Yep.
And that's a pretty good line. So stop giving me crap. Anyway. All right. Okay. So he's talking about reptile.
Dark horse. What the hell?
All right. Once again.
Is that what you're telling me?
Anyway. So we're talking about reptilian blood. So let's play that right quick.
Number 6, blood. Blood is very important to the reptilians. For one thing, they apparently consume it. They also eat parts of human brains and apparently prefer children because they aren't as full of poison as adults. Besides just eating our blood, bloodlines are also an important feature in the reptilian conspiracy. You can supposedly tell if someone is reptilian by tracing their bloodlines. It's believed that around 4800 BC, the crossbreeds emerged from the mountains of Turkey, Iran, and Kurdistan and started the early civilizations of Sumer, Egypt, Babylon, and the Indus Valley. This explains how humans became civilized and accomplished some amazing things. The crossbreeds kickstarted them. Thanks, lizard overlords! From those civilizations, humans began to migrate and the reptilians went with them. So Ike claims that all the bloodlines of the supposed reptilian people listed above can be traced back to that area. Ike also says that there are markers in some people's physical blood as well. He points out that from the area of the world where the hybrids originated, there are more people with an incredibly rare blood type called Rh and Rh negative. Other than just being rare, when a baby is born with Rh blood, their skin turns blue, and this is supposedly where the term blue blood comes from.
Okay. All right. Well, so I guess you remember that To Serve Man.
Oh yeah, the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone episode. Where the Kenemites came down and they're like, oh, we're your friends. We're we're here to help and all they were basically doing was building a better civilization for humanity because it was easier to reap them. Make them fat, make them complacent.
How to Serve Man. It's a cookbook.
It's a cookbook.
Anyway. That's Ted Cassidy played the alien.
Yeah. The same guy that did the Lurch.
Yeah, he's
right.
They didn't have very many 7'4" people that around, so
right. Yep.
Anyway, so the reptilians were mentioned in the Bible, according to this. So let's play that.
Number 5, the Bible. As proof that the reptilians do exist, David Icke points to a number of passages in the Bible. One of the most famous stories is the fall of man. In Genesis, Adam and Eve are cast out of the Garden of Eden because Eve was tempted by a serpent. Icke argues that this represents a change in human and reptilian relationships. According to Icke, reptilians used to walk the earth and humans were aware of their existence. But as we mentioned at some point, they went underground and hid from humans and started the crossbreeding process. That moment when they went undercover is called the Schism, and that is what the story of Adam and Eve represents. Besides the story of Adam and Eve, another biblical passage that supposedly references the reptilians is Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 through 4, which reads, "When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal, their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown." Ike says that this is again evidence of the interbreeding. Nephilim is an ambiguous term, but it is commonly believed to mean those who have descended or the fallen ones, leading people to believe that Nephilim are fallen angels or greater beings. Ike believes that they were actually reptilians who interbred with the daughters of humans, and then their offspring became the hybrid human reptilians. Finally, in the book of Revelation, Satan is described as a serpent and a dragon, and he is cast down to earth with his angels. Ike believes that this is a Draco and his reptoids. Of course, this theory only works if you believe in the Bible, but what's interesting is that the Bible isn't the only ancient source where there are stories of reptiles interacting with humans.
All right. I believe we have an update on the Trump rally shooting. Abby?
Yeah, I just saw a thing that the shooter is dead and a attendee from the rally is also dead.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. Prayers for the families of the attendee. The other guy can burn. Anyway,
yeah,
if he truly was the shooter, we'll never know now. We'll never know now, but the patsy, whoever the patsy is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Bible that kind of shows up, and I already showed that one.
Vague. I mean, it's vague in the Bible, isn't it?
Stream? There we go. That's a new one. Maybe the other white meat. Okay.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly. Anyway, so the whole thing about Nephilim connection, I never heard that one before. But Nephilim, sons of the gods, there's been several theories about that. Giant bones have been discovered and then promptly taken by the Smithsonian and disappeared. So
yep. Smithsonian has done a lot of shady things.
Well, I wonder if they're covering up the presence of reptilians.
Who knows?
Anything's possible because the American Indians, I'm not sure exactly which tribe it is, but have a story about the ant people that took them underground to avoid being avoid being killed during some sort of cataclysm. So there's stories about that. Those situations. So whether they're reptilians or ants or aliens or whatever.
Well, one of the theories is the reptilians are a race that was on the Earth, but a cataclysm drove them underground, the same one that killed the dinosaurs. And they awakened later on when humanity's on the Earth. And properly said about that's the Silurian theory. Yeah, based on
right.
Yeah.
Based on the
it's funny because you look at all the entertainment, like either movies or TV shows, etc.
Right.
That have had some sort of storyline with reptilians of ancient times, whether it's Doctor Who with the Silurians. You have the Sid and Marty Krofft with the Slee Stack when they go back to prehistoric time. Land of Lost. You've got the more modern stories like with V back in the 80s. Where
it's all over our culture. They were all over our culture. Anyway, which brings us to imagery.
Number 4, snake imagery throughout the world. Other evidence that Ike points to is the fact that civilizations throughout the world have reptile gods or worshipped reptile beings. One notable example is a figurine that was found in the area that was Mesopotamia and is now modern-day Iraq, and is from the time period just before civilization started, called the Ubaid period, 6,500 to 3,800 BC. It is a statue of a humanoid snake creature holding a baby. Besides this pre-civilization relic, there are other stories of reptile gods and demigods found throughout ancient history. Just to name a few, Mesoamerica had a winged serpent god called Quetzalcoatl, Hindus had a god called Naga that was half human and half cobra, Apep was the Egyptian god of chaos and is depicted as a cobra. This doesn't even include how many different cultures around the world have stories of giant reptiles like dragons. Ike says that these stories of reptile gods and dragons originated from when the reptilians operated out in the open before the schism. He also points out that throughout many cultures, there are stories similar to Adam and Eve where reptile creatures are the gatekeepers to special places like the Garden of Eden, or they give spiritual knowledge to humanity. Ike acknowledges that some of this may be metaphorical, but he believes that these stories are actually evidence of the schism.
Yeah, you have to admit that a lot of different cultures throughout the world have had similar accounts or similar types of rituals or deities.
Well, there
so there has to be something to it. There has to be something to it.
There's like a few things that like go from culture to culture to culture. Sasquatch does that, and so does Thunderbird.
Yep.
But yeah, reptile gods and reptile walking creatures, they tend to be there too. Definitely couldn't be the snakes and reptiles defied conventional logic of the age. Nope, not that. Well, Cruel was telling me a theory that about what that might actually be. What do you think, Cruel?
Well, as I was saying beforehand, before we came on, I have seen some of David Icke's videos, and he mentioned in his videos that he has seen people's eyes changing, to become more reptilian, and I think someone else referenced it as well. And again, I'm going to go with a kind of like a biblical theory on that, and this is just my own personal take as well. Is that I'm just wondering if it's somebody, as in like David Icke, for example, is perhaps more spiritually in tune and is picking up on somebody that's possibly demonically possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously there's references to demonic possession in the Bible. And
yeah, that makes sense.
And or if not demonic possession, maybe under the influence of a demon, or perhaps under a curse. There was a satanic preacher that became a born again Christian that's admitted that he used to put curses on people. So perhaps it's something like that. But I think it's maybe something more spiritual as opposed to alien or interdimensional or reptilian. But that's just me.
Well, so you think it's basically people perceiving like satanic and reinterpreting it through something that they understand, which is snakes, basically.
Snakes, lizards, other sort of things. As you say, the Garden of Eden, you've got the serpent in there that's referenced the devil leading them astray and things like that. And so again, it kind of ties back to the biblical references, I suppose. And you mentioned the dinosaurs went away. Well, that was the flood. So
yeah,
that was the flood, and that's what caused the ice age, not the meteor.
Right.
So if you think about things biblically, so that it just depends.
Well, there's also another theory that I haven't heard till recently, and that is that they're connected to the Greys, our friend the Greys.
Oh, aliens, right?
Number 3, connection to the Greys. If the reptilian elite New World Order conspiracy theory wasn't wild enough, the reptilians may also possibly be connected to the alien race known only as the Greys. Because, well, why not? According to a mysterious conspiracy writer named Jason Bishop III, the Greys are actually controlled by the reptilians. In terms of hierarchy of control, it goes winged Dracos, non-winged reptoids, the Greys, and then us, the lowly humans on the bottom. There is even some speculation based on eyewitness accounts that there are actual crossbreeds of the Greys and the reptilians. They look just like the Greys, except they have reptile-like skin. Theorists believe that the reptilians have enslaved the Greys, or they have formed an intergalactic alliance working together to keep humans down. Number
2. Well, there you go.
Uh-huh.
So that's a possibility. That's been brought up.
The Greys were in the X-Files, so it must be true then.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
special.
Well, there's another organization that has showed up quite a bit when you're referring to the reptilians. This is going to sound very familiar because we talked about them last week.
No.
The Illuminati.
To the reptilians and the Illuminati. One of the most well-known secret societies is the Illuminati, and according to some theorists, they are controlled by the Dracos. This idea was put forward by a man named Stuart Serdlow, who claims he was a survivor of the Montauk Project. In his book, Blue Blood, True Blood, Conflict and Creation, he claims that there are 13 royal families of the Illuminati. The leader of the Illuminati is called the Pindar, which is shortened from Pinnacle of the Draco, and is a purebred reptile. According to Swerdlow, the Pindar is the head of the Rothschild family, who has been the Pindar for centuries. The 12 other families, all of them incredibly powerful, influential and rich, have different areas of expertise, and they control global finances, military technology and development, mind control, religion, and all the media. All 13 of the ruling families are full-blooded reptilians, but the class of individuals who support the 13 families, called the Committee of 300, are not. In fact, some of them do not even have any reptilian DNA, though most do. The Committee of 300 supports the 13 families by controlling the organizations like the NSA, CIA, Interpol, and the Mafia, just to name a few. Number 1.
Just think if all of these people realized that they were all being controlled, and you would have like a mass flood of retribution rain down on these 13 families.
Well, I also think somebody has a lot of time on their hands to come up with all that. But
I know, right?
but at the same time, the one thing that is pretty abundantly clear and pretty much in our modern culture and things we're seeing in pop culture and things like that is that the control of a minority over the majority is starting to break, in that the people are starting to compare notes, but the internet's moved this along quite a bit. And people are starting to compare notes, and they're starting to notice these patterns that once upon a time people didn't notice because, there really was no way to compare notes. But now we're able to compare notes on a massive scale. And, and so, with the whole acolyte, I hate to bring it up, but what we're seeing with that is the fact that, this show is complete, total, utter shit. Okay. There's no two ways around it.
Your statement.
I mean, Grace Randolph downed it the other day. Grace freaking Randolph. Okay. Who's the rubber stamp? Anyway. So the acolyte sucks, and so, even she's breaking her program. It's so bad that even she's breaking her programming, and the fact that Leslie Headland, this god awful human being who's like disgusting in every conceivable way, is running the thing. And it went over a budget, over $180 million. Wow. That thing cost. I mean, that's 31, Godzilla minus ones, which is far superior in every conceivable way. Yeah. And it's, when you consider cotton fat wear, I don't know what he's talking about there. But anyway, so the thing about it is, though, is people, whoever's like pulling the strings, it all seems like it's funneled to the top, and there's just a small group of people that seem to come up in every conversation. When you're talking about who's like controlling this or controlling that or moving this or moving that, the Rothschilds come up a lot.
Oh yeah.
And the whole Bohemian Grove stuff and things like that. And something came out today. Mark Dice was talking about that today. It said it was being, they finally admitted that this is a thing, but I didn't watch it. So the question is what is the goal? Well, I got one last video on that.
Their goal. The biggest question surrounding the reptilian conspiracy theory is why would they do it? Again, there is much debate on this. One belief is that they need our gold to help stabilize the atmosphere on their own planet. Another theory is that they just have a need for power and control and they enjoy living life as rulers. A third, incredibly metaphysical explanation involves the reptilians living in the fourth dimension. Essentially, one of the main things that the reptilians try to do is cause human suffering and to ensure that there is constant conflict. The reason they want to do this is because the reptilians actually consume negative energy like jealousy, fear, and anger as a source of food. Of course, without much proof that these giant, shape-shifting, interdimensional humanoid reptiles that have mastered intergalactic travel even exist, it's hard to know what their true master plan is.
So we hope you enjoyed the...
And that last one looked like one of the reptiles from, what was that Douglas Adams book? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
There you go.
Sorry. The Gorgons, I think.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line, though, I think is, all that stuff could be also the last description he gave could just as easily be Satan.
Yeah.
Satan.
Yes.
And so I tend to like slant towards what Cruel down there was talking about. This could just be us seeing satanic activity and interpreting it as something other in our minds. Yeah. And because there's really nothing more other than reptiles. Reptiles, they affect you on a very interesting level that nothing else affects you. When you see a reptile, there's something that triggers in you that doesn't trigger with any other creature. At least not for me. I could be wrong. I used to have nightmares about, snakes being all over the floor, and I used to that all the time.
Can I share something? This was kind of weird. It was not long after I told you my pal got me a Bible, and I started reading it. But there was one night I was sleeping, right, and I had this dream. I dreamt I was on a bed. Not sure, it wasn't my room. I don't know where I was. It was my room, but it wasn't my room. I was on a bed, and this huge snake was sitting on my chest. Like an anaconda or a python or something, right? Yeah. And it wasn't doing anything. It was just there. And I was afraid to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In case it gobbled us up.
Yeah.
So I woke up and I was like, "What the hell was that about?" I don't know. I haven't got a clue. What that meant.
Well,
these kind of things sometimes
that
mean
the serpent in the Bible in the Garden of Eden was the trickster.
Yeah.
Right. That basically got Eve to take the apple.
Well, it always seems like that snake imagery always goes back to the satanic. Always seems to go back to snake imagery.
Yeah.
So
it crosses over cultural lines. You look at the Nagas in the Indian folklore. You look at
the Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl in Mexico and South America. Right. It's everywhere.
Thanks for the correction and pronunciation there. I appreciate
it. It was just
He's such a stickler.
I know, right?
Since you mentioned, the kind of like the reaction that people sometimes have to serpents and reptiles. That's why I mentioned that dream I had. It was a few years ago now, but it just kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, what the hell was that?
Well, according to the Bible, God put that in every man to curse the serpent that was used by Satan.
You will move on your chest.
Mankind will always have an enmity towards serpents, towards reptiles.
I don't mind them really, but
Well, some people don't. But every time I see one, it's like just it affects me on a very deep level.
Then again, we don't have a lot of like snakes and things here. That's the thing. So we're kind of okay.
Yeah. What's his name? St. Patrick, ran them out, right?
That was Ireland, but yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah, we're almost Scotland.
Different island.
You're Ireland adjacent. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. You just slurred the man on screen. Come on, Ireland.
Good Lord.
God.
Irish get no love. They
killed each other. Whatsoever. Come on.
All right. Anyway. All right. So let's go through this. All right. So the debunked. So debunked would be all this is bull crap. None of it exists, and there's no truth to it whatsoever. Is anybody on debunked? that this is total fabrication. This is just total fiction. Anybody on that one? Nope.
No.
Okay.
There's something going on. There's something going on. There's definitely
okay,
something.
so you're not debunked. All right.
No.
So what about confirmed? Anybody on confirmed?
I don't know.
You're totally convinced that this is the thing, that reptilians exist, that they are out there, and that you're 100% sure beyond a reasonable doubt. Is anybody on that one?
No. I don't think my theory of biblical stuff covers that. So.
All right. So nobody here is on confirmed.
No.
Okay. All right. So what about the middle?
I would say there's something going on. I say that there's something organized, and it's been around for a long time, whether it's reptiles or just your plain old evil human greed.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, do lizard people exist? So that
I think that there are lizard cryptids. I think people have seen something in swamps and marshes and things that aren't Bigfoot, that aren't, the Mothman or whatever. They're not aliens from space. There's something, and it ain't natural. So, if you want to call it that, I don't know that they're controlling the world, but I don't know. And they don't have meetings at resorts.
Okay, all right. Well, let me go over here to see the comments, since somebody has completely totally let them go.
I haven't seen the more important ones. Please stack lives matter. Oh.
Yes.
Certain lady was right. Okay.
Why did you shot that one? What the hell are you doing?
Conspiracy is Trump getting assassination attempt. Right.
Yep.
We were talking about that earlier. All right. So
a high tank. Hey man.
Okay.
High tank.
Hey man.
So Good Stuff says fake, debunked. So he is on debunked.
Okay.
And Tank says dun dun dun. And the only lizard people are in Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams.
Starenko.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sergeant Stadenko turned into an iguana. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he did.
All right. So we do have a debunked. So nobody's taking the middle. So there's some truth to it. There's
Please stack lives matter. Damn it.
All right.
Stack lives matter.
Okay, so the whole ancient civilization or the whole alien thing, or is there anybody thinking that there's any kind of validity to that whatsoever? Anybody? So we got debunked. We got some debunks over there.
I like I said before, I think there's something. There's some it's very organized. But like I said, I don't know it's necessarily these Dracos or whatever. I mean, reptilian people that's been here for eons that, control everything. I think people who control shit are just as human as you or I, but they're sick, sadistic pieces of
So you're on debunked, basically.
No, I'm not on debunked. Like I said, cryptids, there are reptilian humanoid cryptids.
Okay. All right.
That's not debunked.
So that would be confirmed. So you think they're actually
I'm
exist.
in the middle. You asked
All right,
for
you're in the middle.
All right. Lizard people. Lizard
Okay,
people.
I'm going to go ahead and call
I'm undecided.
All right.
I need more proof either way.
Well, I still think
well, you need 180 proof is what you need.
I've got that here.
Okay, so Cruel obviously is obviously on debunked. He doesn't think they're lizard people. He thinks he's demonic.
No, I think it's demonic possession, satanic, and biblical.
So you're on debunked, actually. I'm with you on that. So I'm going with you on debunked. And Wookie's in the middle. Abby's undecided. Mr. Good Stuff is evidently on debunked. So So I guess that's three debunks, one middle, one undecided. Anybody else over there want to chime in? Tank Ferret's on debunked. All right, no problem. Here's a comment. No, Bunny, for real, people are already saying the whole deletion attempt was faked up. like we already caught it. We already caught it.
Imagine our surprise.
Yep. They probably caught it as soon as it was over. They probably started
it was
saying
fake with 2 people dead. Yeah, fake.
Yep, fake bullets. I guess fake bullets. Anyway, okay. So obviously, we think it's. So tonight, we believe.
What about the Scape or Swamp Lizard Man? That's near your neck of the woods, Bunny. Scape
I've never even heard of that one.
In South Carolina.
Well, what we're talking about is lizard people. We're not talking about
that's a lizard
cryptid.
and it's chasing people.
We're not talking about lizard. We're talking about lizard cryptids. We're talking about lizard people.
You've never heard of Scape or Swamp?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
In other words, I think it's going to be more like a Scape Parkour Swamp, but hey.
Parkour! Swamp!
I got to point to the sign, don't I?
Look at that!
I need to point to the sign.
You're telling me!
Look it up. Look up the legend, and you'll laugh because there's actually prostitutes in the story.
Really, Bunny? Must you ridicule the parkours?
The lizard man of Scape or Swamp. There's been sightings back in the 80s all the way through, I think, early 2008 or something like that. So
okay, that's fine. Well, that could have been brought up and put on the list, and maybe we could look into it.
I thought it was supposed to be on this list. You're just talking. You want the Illuminati, is what you want. We did Masons last week. Illuminati this week.
Illuminati's part of the Freemason. Freemason.
New World Order with the black helicopters and the gay frogs.
Yes, the gay frogs.
You will eat the bugs, and you will enjoy it.
The goal of the reptilians is to eat bugs.
There you go.
Anyway, there you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All righty. Well, I think we kind of come to the conclusion. Right now, it's all going to go parkour if we keep going.
It does have that kind of feel about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're headed to parkour. It's time to close the show out. Anyway,
are they reptilian parkours?
What I want to know: can parkours actually perform parkour?
The reptilian ones can, I'm sure.
All right, we've reached the point of no return. So thank you to our Cryptids and Conspiracies chat. You guys are always
thank you very much for being in the chat with us tonight. It's so excellent and wonderful to see you in the chat.
And so much more help than my panel. You're so much better help than your panel.
Well.
All right. Anyway, thank
that.
you all for coming. And we will see you next time between the Wookiee, or between the Cryptids and the Conspiracies. The truth is in the middle.
Cannabis.
And between
I think the parkours took the truth.
Between the Cryptids and the Conspiracies, the truth is in the middle. And we will see you next time.
So is the nougat in the middle. The Twinkie filling. The cream is in the middle.
You come up with a tagline, damn it! I'm trying to get. Why don't you help me out instead of
creams in the middle?
You could have said fudge.
That's it. The reptilians like that fudge.
All right, see y'all next time.
All right, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.